Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today we'll be practicing a gentle yoga sequence designed to work with the chair. And this is one of my favorite ways of practicing because it proves the point that yoga doesn't have to be hard to be effective. Let's begin. Close your eyes. Take your hands down onto your lower belly between your pubic bone and your navel. While you're breathing in, feel for relaxing and softening your low belly. When you breathe out, contract your belly and pull your belly towards your spine. Breathing in, slowly fill yourself up. And breathing out, contract your belly. One more breath. Stay with this long, deep, rhythmic breath through your practice. Opening up your eyes, let's start with wrist stretches. Extend your left hand out, start with the pinky. Gently draw the pinky back towards the top of your hand. And going over to the ring finger, gently pull back, extend out through the palm and out through the wrist. Into the middle finger. Continue to spread all of your fingers away from the center so that they're not relaxing in. Press them out. To your index finger. And for your thumb, have the palm face up. Go underneath the back side of the hand. Grab the thumb, gently pull back and angle your palm forward. Release. Second side, extend out left hand. Start at the pinky, give it a full breath. And go to the ring finger. To the middle finger. Your index finger. And then for the thumb, hand up, reach behind the hand, gently pull out and guide the thumb back. All 5 fingers apart. Let that go. Take your fingers, lace them up, and then circle your wrists. Go in both directions. Then bring the hands together at the heart. Put your thumbs right at the sternum. Inhale, lift your chest so that the posture doesn't fold forward. Lift up. And exhale, press out to the sides of the room, elbows a little bit bent. All 5 fingers flaring wide. When you exhale, make a fist. Push the knuckles of the hand down towards the floor. And inhale, reach out, palms forward, thumbs up. Exhale, bring the thumb in, squeeze the thumb, and then pour the pinky side of the hand down. So you start to feel the stretch come across the top of the forearm. And then let it go. So shoulder shrugs, easy for me to say. Hands down, big inhale. Hold the breath, lift your shoulders straight up by your ears, straight back. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders in. Arch the chest and glide them down. Inhale, fluidly draw the shoulders up. Back. Exhale, squeeze in, pull back and down. Inhale, roll them forward and up. Exhale, back. All the way down. Hands come resting on the thighs. A little bit of cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin a little bit. Exhale, round your back, round your shoulders. Start to pull the belly back towards the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Shoulders squeeze in. Exhale, round the upper back, bringing the shoulders forward. Inhale, lift up. This time, slide the hands to the front of the knees. Lean forward a little bit deeper. Exhale, push into your hands, tuck your chin and round your shoulders towards the back of the chair. Inhale, come forward, open the chest. Lift the chin. Exhale, round back. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round back. And breathe in, sit back up. And then exhale, bring your feet in, your knees, and squeeze your knees towards each other. Bring left hand on the right thigh. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Seated side bend. Exhale, slide over to your left. Feeling for weighting down on that right hip, opening up through the right ribs. You can also adjust the pose depending on your shoulder. You can find or feel around for an area that doesn't feel like it's pinching in your shoulder, but you can benefit from the side stretch. Maybe even bringing your hand here across the shoulder. And breathe in, come up. And breathe out, release. Take the right hand, grab underneath the seat of the chair, left hand to the side of your face, and then lean over to your left. Release your hand, release your head into your hand, stretching the right side of your neck. The more you can lean to the left, the more you'll feel that traction from the wrist all the way up to the shoulder to the right side of the neck. Gently support your head back up over the spine. Change sides. Right hand comes across the left knee. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Head stays close to the inner arm. Try not to let the head go all the way down. Reaching out through your left arm and pinning that left sit bone down into the chair. Neck release. Sweep left hand down. Grab under the chair, and now take the right hand to the side of the face. Let your head fall into your hand and then lean to the right. Using that right hand to guide your head back over the spine. And let it go. Rub your hands together. Rub quickly to generate some heat. And then massage your neck and massage the top of your shoulders. Use a feel-good touch. And and let it go. Walk out your feet. Secure yourself back on the chair. Hands on the knees and toes turn out. Take the back of your hands on the inside of the knees. Gently press back and lift your chest. And stay with that deep breath, letting it go all the way down into the belly. Bring your hands right on the top of the knees. Lean forward. Spinal twist. Exhale. Tilt your right shoulder forward. Look to the left. So this becomes a flank stretch from the top of the right shoulder down to the right hip. Breathe in, come back up. And exhale, twist left shoulder forward, look to the right. And breathe in, come back up. And release. Heel toe your feet back in. And coming for a spinal twist, scoot forward towards the top of the chair. Pull in through the abdominals, lift up through your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Take the right hand, either hold the back of the chair or down below at the seat of the chair. And take these front ribs in and the tailbone reaching down into the chair. Feel also for lifting the top of your head up, almost like you're balancing something over the top of the crown so that the head doesn't pitch forward and throw you out of alignment. Exhale, untwist. Inhale, lengthen up. Spinal twist, exhale to the left. Again, you can take that left hand behind the chair on the seat of the chair. If you have any kind of spinal issues, be really mindful of how much you're twisting and how much you're lengthening. Go for more length rather than too strong of a twist. Untwist. Come back to your seated cat-cow, knees a little bit wider. Inhale, open the chest, lean forward. A little bit of a stretch between the chin and the throat, all the way down to the chest. Exhale, round, and pull your belly in. If this is too strong of a movement, practice like we did at the beginning with the hands more towards the hips and a smaller range of movement. So what's working for you here? And coming up into neutral. Lunge, and I'll demonstrate this for you seated and standing so you can see I have some options here. The seated variation, you'll be turning your knees to the right and hanging the left knee off, and the back toes, the left toes rather, can curl under, or you can point the foot and having the knee under the hip, holding onto the back of the chair Optional to raise the left arm up. If you want a standing variation of the pose, go ahead and stand up, shift your chair, and step your right foot forward and your left leg back. Holding onto the chair, bend the right knee, and keep this left leg straight. Tailbone lengthening towards the floor. That option also here of raising the left arm up. So if you're not in lunge, come in, join me in a lunge. Add your breath, long, deep, flowing breath all the way down through the belly like when we first started the practice. And then release. And bring your hand on the chair. And if you're seated, assist with your left leg, left hand, your left leg forward, and then step back. Let's switch to the other side. Left leg forward. If you're standing, right leg back. And if you're seated, go ahead and face the left and bring your right knee down. Optional to point the toes or to curl them under. Tailbone goes down, whether you're standing or seated. Inhale, right arm up. Long, flowing, smooth breath. Release. Assisting that back leg forward, and then if you're seated, we're coming into a seated forward fold or standing forward fold, either propping your forearms down on the knees or bringing your hands down towards your feet and letting your neck relax. The knees can be close or a little bit wider depending on how much space you need. The standing variation. Hands on the back of the chair, walk back into a right angle. Head can be a little higher than the elbows to de-stress shoulders, or have your head between your elbows, sitting back. And feel for lengthening your spine, whether you're in the seated forward fold or here in right angle stretch. Bend your knees. If you're standing, walk in towards the chair. If you are seated, walk your hands up your knees and bring yourself back up. Variations of chair pose. If you're from standing, feet about hip width apart, holding onto the back of the chair, sit back through your hips, weighted in through your heels, and then optional to stay here or raise one or both hands up. And the seated variation of this pose, scoot towards the front edge of the chair, lean forward and inhale, raise one or both arms up. You can also practice this with your hands together in prayer. So coming into either seated or standing chair, long flowing breaths. If you feel any kind of tension building in the low back, lengthen the tailbone down and towards the chair. Or if you're standing, feel for angling that tailbone downward, not under, but down and back a little bit so that there's space in the low back. And feel for how this is building strength and heat in your legs. Great for circulation. And the hands to the chair if you're standing. If you're seated, bring yourself back up. If you're standing, go ahead and sit back down. Coming into hip release, also known as figure 4 back release pose. Take the right ankle and either cross it over the left shin or assist the right ankle up. Holding on to support underneath the knee. Breathe in, lift through your chest. Exhale, lean forward without rounding your back. Lean forward until you feel the stretch come into your right hip. And come back towards the back of your chair. Assist the leg down. And then second side, either cross at the ankle, opening up the left knee, or assisting that ankle coming up. Hold and support underneath the knee. If your ankle is high, lift through the chest, the collarbones. Exhale, lean forward. Breathing down through your belly, towards your hips and your pelvis. This can be a great pose for sciatica, like when you have that shooting pain. Some people get that where it shoots all the way down to the foot, and it's just wicked, wicked intense and painful. And this can be a really good pose for opening up through the hip and relieving some of that pain. Release. Lean back, assist your left leg down. Bring the feet right underneath the knees. Hands on top of the thighs, lift the spine up. Take a couple of breaths with your eyes closed, witnessing the different full sensations inside. And gather your hands together at your heart. Ending our practice with gratitude. What are you grateful for today in this moment? Take a few moments to connect in with what feels authentically true for you, what you feel thankful for. And whatever that is for you, take a few moments to fully connect to whatever that is. Deepen your breath so that as you take in that gratitude, it moves throughout your whole body. It's one of the best healing tools we have is the breath and focusing on what lifts and lights our heart up. Namaste. To practice more chair yoga videos or other videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.